Hi everyone and welcome to the third devlog episode in this series where I show you a week of game development in Unity. This week we are making a lot of progress, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So here's an update on the ladder feature. If I climb the ladder, I can no longer go down unless I press the down arrow. And the area where you can get down is a little bit blacked out so that you can know where you should be standing. Today is Saturday and I'm starting things off with a new trail effect. Why? I don't know. Do I look like I know? No, I don't know. I just made it. Do you remember that stupid and dumb idea of a gravity modifier? Yeah, that was just a mistake. I didn't want to make a gravity modifier. Even who does that? I wanted to make a fan that blows air upwards, and when you step on it, you get launched. But here's the problem. I don't know how to make a fan. I could have probably searched on it, but I'm not gonna search on it. I'm gonna make my own code. And that was the biggest mistake. And now this stupid thing is born, and I don't want it anymore, because now I know how to make a fan. So here's the new fan and it looks amazing. Just kidding, it looks terrible and now I have to draw a new fan. The fan now looks much better than before, but I have to draw a particle effect to show you the wind. Why? I don't know. Here we have the new wind effect. I know, this is probably the worst wind effect you can ever see, but I'm gonna be working on it, don't worry. Today is Sunday and I've started out by ruining my project. Just kidding, I've upgraded it to 2019.3.1 and now I'm using the lightweight render pipeline. If you don't know what is the lightweight render pipeline, it is basically a render pipeline, but it is lightweight. Yeah, you're welcome. Just like that, I have made a new light effect that I totally haven't watched a tutorial to do it. As you can see here, the game now is taking shape, although it's still looking terrible. Using my terrible drawing skills, I've made a lantern. The lantern by itself looks kinda cool, but the light effect is not cool at all. And this is because we're not using a background, we're just using the skybox as a background. Now I have to draw a background, import it to Unity, and everything should look fine. Using my terrible drawing skills, I made a new lamp which looks much worse than before, but at least it matches the theme. And now I have to change the background and yeah, everything should be alright. I have quickly changed the jump effects and the crouch effect to make it look way nicer, and recycled the jump effect to make another effect when you change directions. You are probably asking yourself why, and here's the answer. Because I don't know what else I can do. Today is Monday and I'm starting things off by fixing what I've ruined yesterday, which is that a really stupid background that doesn't match the theme at all. Here's the new background, which still looks terrible by the way, but at least it's now matching the theme of the game. There's one slight issue, which is that you can see the borders of each tile. This is a pretty easy fix, so I'm gonna fix that right now. Turns out it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, but at least it's now somewhat better than before. Now I'm gonna work on implementing more lights, because in total we have only 4 lamps, which is not really good. So I made a new lamp that could be hanged out by its side, which is like a rectangle and then a darker rectangle, and then implemented it in Unity. Cool. And just like that, I finished lighting up the first section of the second level. Although it looks terrible, it is doing its job perfectly fine. And yeah, there's some places where I should tweak out the lighting, but mostly it is looking fine. And just I'm gonna show you one thing. Look at these new lights. Yeah, they look cool. I took a quick break, but now I'm back to development. The first thing that I did is actual death. When you die, you get respawned and your health bar is filled again. And I have worked on something that have been really annoying me for the past 3 weeks, is that you can damage yourself. Just let me kill this guy, and then did you see that? I have killed myself by my own bullets. And it turns out it was a pretty easy fix. All I had to do is remove this line of code, and I could also remove all of this line of code. Hit save, back to Unity. And now I shouldn't kill myself. So today I have started out by optimizing the game a little bit, and what I did is particles gets destroyed after half a second from the moment that they get played, which is really crucial for the performance, since before you would have hundreds of particles that you don't need and you don't see, but they are there in the scene and they affect heavily the performance. Considering that lights are affecting performance heavily. Enough from optimization. Now I want to do something that have been sitting on my to-do list for quite some time now, which is a better freaking enemy. Yeah, because this enemy, this is not an enemy. My idea is, you see this blue dot right here? We're gonna shoot a ray from it, a ray downwards. And whenever this ray collides with something that is layered void, the enemy is gonna rotate and move to the other way, and vice versa. Which is not what is he doing right now, because he's pretty dumb and I'm moving it. But I'm gonna work on that later on. So our enemy now has a little bit of intelligence and he can walk by himself. Pretty cool. But he's not shooting, and I don't want him to shoot like these dumb enemies. Like, come on, you're wasting ammunition. Oh. I want to shoot a raycast, and when he detects me, he is gonna be shooting. And now the enemy is working. He can... Wait, what? Our enemy should be now working now. Oh boy, what was that? Ah, thanks God. Last time I did this, the computer crashed. After 3,000 hours of coding using my incredible coding skills, I have settled on this. I know he's pretty dumb, he's just patrolling and shooting, but I couldn't get the shooting right, and I'm gonna keep on working on it, but for now it's fine like that. Obviously the enemy doesn't look so good because he's like other enemies, and other enemies are stupid, but this guy is not stupid, he can walk by himself. And for that we need to draw an enemy in pixel art, but I don't know how to draw an enemy in pixel art. Actually, I don't know how to draw in pixel art at all. Yeah, fellow developers, I'm gonna give you a broad tip on how you can draw in pixel art. And just like that, we got our enemy in Unity. But I've gone one step further and made an animation for the enemy, which is yeah, this wraps up today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, leave a dislike if you didn't. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, and see you next week.